You know, we're kind of rigging some things, trying to stretch what we have to make things work. You know, money's tight. So guys, I got a self-watering base here, you know, that I'm going to rig a plastic pot to. You could rig a 5-gallon bucket to it if you wanted to. I'll show you also how to build your own self-watering base so you don't have to buy one. So guys, check this out. I think this is going to help you out. So I chose a 27/64 drill bit to make my hole at the lowest point of this reservoir. This ensured that my grommet fit tight, everything was snug, no leaks. I used a brass barb fitting and put a shutoff valve to control the water flow. Next, I'm going to make sure everything's snug and tight inside the tent. Again, I don't want any leaks. I'll mark my new hole locations with my plastic pot to ensure everything lines up, and then just drill the holes. The hole location isn't that important, just try not to hit the support column in the center of the tray. So guys, for this run I'm using coco and grow dots. I'm measuring up 120 grams. I'm using quite a large pot here. I went ahead and mixed it real well so I didn't have any hot spots. I went with cotton rope. I feel like it would wick the best. I got 50 feet of this at Lowe's, really cheap. I'll go ahead and cut 2 feet of this, 2 of them, and then I'm gonna let it soak for about 30 minutes so it's good and wet. So guys, I wanted my wicking material to reach about center of the pot, so I left it pretty long. And it also ensured that I had enough wick to hang down in the water. Now, as I start filling this up with coco, I'll go ahead and keep adjusting my strings until it's at the point I'd like it to be. I purchased a ZZ plant from Target, and it came with a self-watering planter. This kind of inspired me to do this. So guys, what we have here is Bubbles Blueberry. It's an F4. I've never grown an F4. Super excited. I want to see how this does. So I chose to run this as a single grow. Try not to do what I did and transplant over top of your good medium. Luckily, I had some leftovers pre-mixed. I was able to fix this. So as far as building your own, it's real simple, guys. It's just a plant tray, a plant riser, and some wicks. In my opinion, this may be a better solution. Remember, I have to keep a valve on my reservoir so I can turn the water flow off. You'll just be able to control the amount of water that the plant's getting doing it like this a little easier, I think. So guys, I ran a few tests on this just to make sure it was going to work great. Made a few adjustments. Got everything dialed in. And it's going to work. It's definitely going to feed the plants, but I thought of a few problems and I wanted to share them with you, starting with the wicks here. All right, guys, so like starting with the wick, you know, if you're using liquid nutrients in a self-watering planter base like I have here, I'd be a little concerned that the wick itself could, you know, steal nutrients. It could filter it out, you know, of your plant a little bit. Let me know your thoughts on that. Another thing, guys, is like the medium selection. I feel like coco's probably the best bet for this type of base, because if you don't have a way to shut the water off, you know, off and on, it's just going to take all the water at once. And, you know, soil doesn't like to stay wet like that. So that's why I'd prefer, you know, coco over soil probably. You know, also the type of nutrients, like I said, you know, I think the granule probably works the best also with this system. But I also added an air stone because I've seen, you know, water can get stagnant in these if it sits for quite a while. So that's another reason why I said, you know, the do-it-yourself version with the tray and the riser might be a better source, you know, for water for your plant, because you can kind of control how much water it's getting as you know, refill it. So I appreciate you guys checking this out. Hope you have a good weekend. Take care.